Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to 10 Minutes Daily Cafe Chat. It is Sunday, March 8th, 2026. Lisa, happy Sunday. What have you been up to this morning?
Emily, I was looking at our numbers this morning, and there are so many new people joining us lately. It makes me so happy.
I know, right? I bet a lot of them are people who want to pick up everyday English conversation, like actual phrases they can use in real life.
That really hits home for me. When I was studying English, I was always looking for that kind of thing. Textbooks teach you grammar, but nobody teaches you how people actually talk.
Exactly. I remember thinking, I can pass a test, but I have no idea what to say at a coffee shop. That gap between textbook English and real conversation was so frustrating.
And that is kind of why we started this, right? We wanted to make something we wished we had back then. Just natural chatting that you can actually learn from.
So to everyone who joined recently, welcome. Every day we take real-world news and turn it into a casual cafe chat. 10 minutes a day, perfect for listening and shadowing. We totally get where you are coming from, and we are so glad you found us. We love you guys!
And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Okay, I'm fueled up and ready. What's on the menu today?
First, scientists at MIT discovered what might be the very first animal on Earth, and it's not what you expect. Then, retirees are ditching nursing homes and spending months living on cruise ships instead, and Disney World just dropped the cutest miniature bags.
Ancient animals, floating retirement, and tiny Disney bags. Sunday just got interesting.
Now, today's keyword is fingerprint. Fingerprint, like the thing detectives use to catch criminals? Close. In science, a fingerprint can also mean a unique chemical signature that identifies something. Listen for how scientists used molecular fingerprints to solve a mystery over 500 million years old. Ooh, ancient mystery time. Let us go. Scientists at MIT may have just solved one of the biggest mysteries in biology. What was the very first animal on Earth? The very first? That is such a cool question. Dinosaurs? No, wait, those came way later. Way later. Their research points to something far more humble. Ancient sea sponges. Sea sponges? Those blobby things at the bottom of the ocean? I did not even know those were animals. A lot of people do not, but they are. And the researchers found chemical fossils trapped inside rocks more than 541 million years old. These are molecular traces left behind by living organisms. 541 million years! I cannot even wrap my head around that. That's before anything with legs existed. The team discovered rare molecules called steranes in rocks from Oman, India, and Siberia. Think of them like a special version of cholesterol. Cholesterol? Like the stuff my doctor keeps warning me about? Same family, but these had 30 and 31 carbon atoms instead of the usual 27. Super rare and linked specifically to a group called demosponges. Demosponges? That sounds like a band name. Ladies and gentlemen, the demosponges. Great band name. In reality, demosponges are soft, colorful filter feeders still living in oceans today. Professor Roger Summons from MIT said the ancient versions were probably soft-bodied creatures without skeletons. So, just blobby ocean creatures chilling on the seafloor 500 million years ago. Got it. And here's the detective part. Some scientists doubted these findings, saying the molecules could have formed through geology, not biology. So the team ran lab tests. Oh, like a courtroom drama, the sponges had to prove their innocence. They synthesized 8 versions of the molecule, and only 2 matched the rocks. 3 lines of evidence came together: rocks, living sponges, and lab chemistry, all pointing to the same conclusion. Triple confirmation! I love when science works like a detective story. Lead researcher Lubna Schauer said, "We show how to authenticate a biomarker, verifying that a signal truly comes from life." So the humble sea sponge might be the billion times great-grandparent of all animals. I need to show more respect next time I'm at the aquarium. Our second story takes us out to sea. More and more retirees are spending not just weeks, but months living on cruise ships.
Months? That sounds like a vacation that never ends.
Meet Heather and Paul Schluter. She is 56, he is 62, and they spend 1/3 of every year on cruise ships. They call it their easy button.
4 months floating around? Someone else cooks, cleans, and drives the boat? Sign me up.
Heather said, when we need a break and want to be pampered, it is time for a cruise. And they are not alone. According to AARP, 71% of travelers over 50 said cruises are the best way to visit multiple destinations.
71%? You unpack once and wake up in a new country? That is genius.
And the options keep getting longer. Some people book back-to-back cruises, stepping off one ship and onto another the same day. Royal Caribbean even offered a 274-night ultimate world cruise.
274 nights? That is 9 months. You could have a baby in that time. A cruise baby.
Here's the surprising part. The Schluters say they actually use cruises to get healthier. Ships now have gyms, healthy food options, and structured routines.
Cruises to get healthy? Everyone jokes about gaining 10 pounds on a cruise.
Heather said, when we tell people we cruise to get healthy, they laugh, but it's true. Ships offer lighter fare and options for dietary restrictions.
Okay, forget the rocking chair on the porch. Give me a balcony cabin and an ocean view.
And the kicker, a 12-day transatlantic cruise with food, entertainment, and lodging included can actually cost less than flying plus hotels.
Cheaper than flying? That's wild.
Plus, you adjust to the time zone gradually on the crossing, so no jet lag either.
No jet lag, cheaper than flying, and someone else does the cooking? I'm starting my cruise retirement fund today.
And for our final story, Disney fans, get excited. Walt Disney World just released adorable miniature bags.
Mini bags? At Disney? Stop it. You know I cannot resist tiny things.
2 styles, a miniature tote bag and a miniature belt bag. Both are black with the classic old Walt Disney World Resort logo, the Mickey icon inside a letter D.
The retro logo. I love that vintage Disney aesthetic. So much more charming than the modern branding.
And each bag is just $19.99.
$19.99? At Disney? That is practically free. Usually you cannot even buy a churro for that much.
So true. The tote has 2 handles and mesh side pockets. The belt bag has a zippered pocket and adjustable strap. Both come with a key ring so you can clip them onto other bags.
A keyring attachment? Bagception. You can hang a mini bag right off your big bag.
That is adorable. You can find them at the Dark Room in Hollywood Studios and the Emporium at Magic Kingdom.
The dark room? That sounds like a spy headquarters, not a Disney store.
The mini bag trend has been huge in fashion. Jacquemus, Coach, they've been doing it at designer prices. Disney is jumping in at a fraction of the cost.
Designer trend, Disney budget. I love it.
And Disneyland has a similar version too, so you don't have to fly to Orlando.
Good. I was about to book a flight just for a bag. That would be the most on-brand shopping trip ever. You would need a mini bag to hold all your boarding passes.
A mini bag for my mini bag trip. I love it.
From 500-million-year-old sponges to floating retirement to tiny Disney bags, what a Sunday show!
Seriously, science, cruises, and cute bags. The holy trinity of a perfect episode.
Quick recap. Sea sponges may be Earth's very first animals, proven by chemical fingerprints in ancient rocks. Retirees are living on cruise ships for months, with voyages up to 274 nights. And Disney dropped miniature bags for just $19.99 each.
All incredible! Now the keyword.
Today's keyword was fingerprint. Chemical fingerprints are unique molecular signatures. Scientists use them to identify ancient sponges in rocks over 500 million years old. Just like your fingerprint is unique to you, these chemical traces were unique to demo sponges.
I love it! Every time I unlock my phone with my fingerprint now, I will think about ancient sponges.
That is oddly poetic. Now, today's question. If you could spend a month on a cruise ship, where would you sail?
The Mediterranean. Pasta in Italy, Greek islands, shopping in Barcelona, all without packing and unpacking.
Perfect answer. Tell us yours in the comments. Where would your dream cruise go?
Share with us, and do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.
Oh, and we mentioned this at the top, but we are getting so close to 5,000 subscribers. It's honestly incredible.
It really is. To everyone who has been with us from the early days, thank you so much. You are the reason we're here.
And to the new faces, welcome aboard. Let's hit that 5,000 together. We'll be back tomorrow with more stories. Have a wonderful Sunday, everyone. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.